parents you join, you can just follow and see. So here is our Google Classroom platform. And our classroom is the early childhood. When you go to the class work session, everything is already organized by the topics. So you will see each week, you can go look for all the lessons by week. So if you feel like some lessons you would like to watch it together again with your children, even you want to teach again by yourself, all the resources are there. And sometimes I also provide some ideas for how you make DIY some materials at home. That also can help you to have more hands-on works. We also have music and Spanish here. The resources we also store here. So each child, when I did the individual lesson, I also will upload some resources in this session. So you can just look for your child's name and find it. Your view will be a little bit from what I see as a teacher, but it's going to be very clear to you and organized by these topics. The next thing I would like to show you is in the stream. Stream, just every time when I post something, you're going to see it's on the top. So for the every Friday, you will see an introduction to the curriculum. So this introduction helps you to prepare your child better for the next week. So everything listed clearly here. What's in the package? What do you need to get to help to make this lesson very interactive? And this so far really works for all of us. So every time when I have the lesson, I see all the children already prepare everything. And that also saves a lot of time for the parents to look for each thing like every day. Now, I would like to show you a group lesson we had just finished. Here's a live lesson we did through the Zoom, just like us now. And all the features children love, I would like to show you now. So last week, we learned about the seasons. Since the season just changed from the summer to the autumn, we discussed now what's the season. We read a book. This is an epic book. I would like to show you this epic platform. So epic books are very informative and very clear, friendly for a child to read. Some epic books also can read to you. So even you have the young children, they don't read these words, but the book, you just click, there's a button, then it's going to read to you. So our children really love this feature. After we read the book, we sing a song together. So this is a season song. So we did some activity and the children gets to move their body and do a morning exercise. Our group lesson is in the morning, so that's fun for the children to stretch themselves. When we finished singing the song, we started learning the seasons. So for that week, we sent some labels home. So during this session, I'm showing these pictures and ask children to figure out which season it is, and children are excited to share. For example, they notice the difference, how they tell this is autumn or this is winter. This might be a place they never went to, but they just be amazed by how winter could be because it's very different from the Houston. Also the summer. So now we're in the pandemic, but actually children miss the summertime. And they had a memory, like all the beautiful time they spent during the summer. So they they are very good at figuring out which season it is. So then they showed me the label. So it's interactive. I'm showing the picture, they're showing me the label. So we two kind of do that. We all have something to do. And they talk about how they love watermelon, how they want to ski in. And they recognize the blue bonnets. It's like for the spring, how beautifully they went to take pictures. After that, I also had a built-in game. So for children to learn what to wear for each season, I would like to show you now. So this is the game. It also can be self-guided. This game is asking you to match which two things can match together. And this helps the children to understand why I don't wear a short shirt in winter. So for here, when we click two parts they match, it's going to automatically tell you. But if we click to something they don't match, it's also going to tell you. So that's all self corrected. And that's very helpful to the children. That means you don't have to spend all the time with them, but actually they learn things throughout these games as well. Let's go back to the lesson. So after we talk about the clothes, then we have a craft followed, like we just mentioned. So the crafts, this time we did a 4-season crafts. It's a tree. It showed you all 4 seasons on 4 sides. So our children color them first, then they cut them and fold them and glue them. So that takes this practical life skills, and it also helps them to reinforce the ideas we just talked about, the seasons. Now I'd like to show you some pictures our children have completed. So after learning the seasons, our children made some beautiful coffee filter leaves, and some of them hanged at home by the window, and some of them they just appreciate how the color can mix. Our children also made a 4-season tree by finger painting. And look at the pictures, they can introduce all the trees to tell me which season this tree is. Let me see another one. This is exactly the same craft we just showed. So our children did an amazing job. I think this one, it looks exactly like the one we showed. So it also become a very nice decoration at home. So after the craft, I also offered a lot of book choices. So you can reach to more epic books. And also there are some YouTube. When I finished the research, and these are very valuable resources, they're read aloud. So these are all beautiful books. Some teachers read to you. So it also can be interactive because some books, they are interactive. So I picked some very like award-winning books, and I will just mark which I recommend, why I recommend. So our children also enjoy after the class. So when I'm not guiding them, they still have a lot of resources they can reach. Now I'd like to show you more pictures. So our children have been done throughout these months. Oh, so this is also a time, like a buddy time. Our two friends meet together. They're excited to do the experiments together. This is Dara did another color transferring experiment, and she's very successful. After she completed, she's very happy. And we have Anita, our youngest friend. She did the same experiment. So I think that's a very good benefit, because in the classroom, you know, some experiment it's designed more for older children, but at home, because parents, you're together with your child. So with these guides, you actually can complete a lot of fun things with your child. And we also can see Anita's very happy too. So we also have another child, Amelia. She that week we learned instruments. So Amelia is making a ring, her own ring stick, like she's decorating it, and then she poured the beans and rice inside to make the sounds. The last one, it's we have our family very supportive. They made a tray to do addition by themselves. So they support their child to practice addition work. It's exactly like the work in the classroom. And they do crafts at home. This is Inara. So she also made a necklace. Actually, that week I asked them to make something else with a hand, but she wants to turn it to be a necklace, and she's very happy about that. And we also did some scavenger hunt, and she's happy to picking up things to prepare for the next week. These are all my sharing to the platform. Let me know if you have any following questions. We'll answer you later. Now I'd like to introduce two of our families. They've been with us for these months, and I would like to invite them to share their experience and their child's experience.
I have a quick favor,
yeah.
Ms. Lewan. Would you mind going back to this PowerPoint slide?
Yes,
because there were some questions there that might help guide our parents in providing their feedback.
Yes.
And do you see anybody else that joined in the waiting room?
Yes, Ms. Candice already showed her camera, and Ms. Ogechi, if you you can show your video. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Miss Candice, okay, already with that. Then Miss Ogechi. I see both of them.
Great, thank you.
Okay, so so I would like to introduce these two families first. Miss Candice is the mom of Inara. So you just saw some pictures. Inara, that's the one with the necklace. So she's brand new to our school. That means actually she never came to our building, but we established a very nice relationship just from August, and I saw changes from Inara. Like at first she's shy. She's a very sweet kid, but she's shy, and we even discussed like sometimes she didn't want to answer my questions. So I'm afraid maybe I scared her. So I discussed with the mom, and Miss Candice shared me very nicely. So throughout some time now, Inara's very happy and always engaging. Her sounds even really raised it up much more. You can hear every time she's happy to share everything she knows. So I'd like to invite Inara's mom, if you can just talk about what's really valuable this program offers Inara, and also recognize, academically, socially, or emotionally to support your family. And these questions, like anything you would like to mention, you may share. Yeah.
Yeah, well, hi everyone. I'm Candice, and I'm Inara's mom. My husband Saran couldn't be here. He's actually not feeling so well. The weather is making his allergies and sinuses flare up. So he wanted to be here, but he gave me some words to share. So I will make sure I share them. But yeah, like Mr. Wan said, we were hesitant because Inara had been out of school since March due to the pandemic, and so we transferred her here. And what was cool though was that immediately, like, we became a part of the community. We started getting emails, there was orientations, there was lots of webinars. So even though we decided to do distance learning, they still made us feel a part of the community. And that was important for me and my husband, because we really wanted to feel like we were really involved and engaged in Inara's learning. So that was really great, so that before school started, we were acclimated and ready to go. And then, as she said, Inara came out of her shell because, every day they have a consistent routine. So she knows that she's ready to get up and go to class in the morning, and she gets so excited, and she talks about wanting to see her friends. So even though they're not in person, there's still like a community being created that Inara feels, which was super important because virtual learning is tough, especially now. But now she feels like she's a part of her community. She has her friends. She's excited to do show and tell on Friday. And that's all really because of Miss Lewan and like all that she does to make it such a great experience. And like she was saying, like every week there's something cool for her to do. And Nara's a really creative kid. She loves to do projects. And so the weekly packages that they get are amazing. And my husband, he primarily does a lot of the supporting of her learning now while I work. And he loves that because he's a hands-on. He actually went to Montessori school as a child. And Anara's grandma has been a Montessori primary teacher for 40 years. So we are like believers in the Montessori method. But even though we're at home, we're still getting that experience. Because that was one concern too, was that will we get the Montessori experience being virtual? But they give us really great packages, really great projects. So for instance, with the leaves, she got to draw leaves, she got to learn about leaves, she did a scavenger hunt. So they try to find different modalities for students to engage with the work, so that even though she's not in the classroom, she's still getting like a very similar experience as if she was in the classroom. So we're so happy because we've only been a part of the community for a few months, but we're already seeing like just Anara's more engaged. She's more excited. She's learning a lot, even with her numbers and her letters. So yeah, it's just been a positive experience all around. And it's really helping her come out of her shell in a way. And you know, there's just lots of different things for her to do, so she doesn't get bored, which is really important. So that, I don't know if you want me to share anything else, but it's been a really great, it's been a great experience. So I could go on and say more, but I'll stop there.
Thank you, Miss Candice. Yeah, thank you for your sharing. Yeah, later we have question and answer time. And I also would like to introduce Miss Ogechi. Miss Ogechi actually have been with me for a longer time. I knew Anita already longer. Like we started from the classroom, and Anita has been working with me together. So and then now because of the pandemic, Anita's family choose to stay virtually because Oneida is pretty young. So far in this program, Oneida is the youngest one. She is the one which did the color transferring. And so I would like to invite Ms. Ogechi also share some experience because she has little kid, like comparing to these final year students and older children. So I think her opinion will be very valuable too. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. So Anita started in the in-classroom, and we decided to switch her to the distance program because of the pandemic, obviously. And a worry for us was the change that it was going to be from the classroom to strictly computer. And me and my husband discussed it, and we thought that there would be a change that she would maybe be held back or not be as interested, but surprisingly enough, it's really very similar. Those packets every Fridays, those packets help. And the way Ms. Lewan divides, you know, every week, every day is kind of related to the day before. So then it's almost like the knowledge carries over in the week. And just making that connection for her makes her grasp the knowledge and not just memorize it for that day or for the next day, just carries over into the weekend. Usually by the weekend, whatever like the leave topic or the seasons, by the end of the week, she understands exactly what we started with on Monday. So those packets, I mean, they're literally a lifesaver. They have everything you need. And the books that Ms. Lewan recommends at the end of each class, we try to go back because she related to the topics. So those also just solidifies the knowledge that, the teaching that she gave that day. And the projects, we had never done experiments before this, but now every day now, can we do an experiment? Can we do an experiment?
Yeah.
So they just love how interactive it is, and all her friends, seeing them every day just makes her feel like she has something to look forward to. It's just really, really structured where she doesn't get bored. And one thing I really do appreciate about Miss Lewan is she's very present in terms of every child is not the same. So she gives like different methods for her to grasp even like the spellings. She's probably giving me about like 4 different methods. And so I try to use all of them just so she doesn't get bored. And for me, her using all those methods, she's not just learning, dog is DOG by writing it, or, she's learning it by different ways. No matter what way I try to switch it up on her, she understands exactly what I'm saying. So that just solidifies the knowledge for me. So my experience with the distance learning, it's such a great experience, because it's, even though we do the group work, but there's a lot of individual things that Miss Lewan presents, and I've seen her grow within the past, like it just started in August, and she knows so much more than even I would have imagined. We started off the week that we did the month, she didn't even know what the months were. By the end of the week, she knew all 12 months. So those things, it just seeing how she grows literally every week is just really amazing, and just shows the work and the effort that's put into the program to enhance the knowledge of the children. And I can go on, but
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Ogechi. That's so nice for you to share. So now, actually, I would like to hand it over back to Miss Barbara. So there is the question and answer part. I think if any of you have questions, you have to us now. Yeah, I'm going to pass it to Miss